To go to our ball hawk here, Colby Daniels, live at the DFW Metroplex. Colby, you had more on what Coach Gundy had to say?
Yeah, I mean, the big question about Oklahoma State football this season is what will the Cowboys look like? Only one starter returns on offense, 3 starters returning on defense, not to mention an entire overhaul of the coaching staff. Coach Gundy talked about the challenges of fielding a team this year.
Well, we got 65 new players. 35 of them didn't get here till June 1st, so it's very unusual. The players have worked hard this summer. I like the coaching staff. We're going to find a lot more in the first 2 weeks of August than we have in any of my other seasons.
That was Coach Gundy following his availability, and obviously he went on to talk about the quarterbacks, a ton of other issues that they're facing this year. It's going to be a challenge, but I think overall there's an optimistic view of what this team can be. The real question is a timeline. Will they be really good after week 1, week 2, or halfway into the season? But I think he's very optimistic about the coaches he brought in and the culture that's being created.
You both echo kind of that trial by fire sentiment. So do we know who's starting under center for that first game, or is that going to take a little more time?
I think it's going to take more time. He mentioned that one of those guys is going to have to take the job, or they're going to be forced to play both guys in the opener. Neither guy has thrown a forward pass in their college football career. So while they both could look great in practice every day, there's no real game experience for either guy. So I would assume that we will probably see both guys in the season opener. And, you know, there's something about having a gamer. It'll probably be decided in that first game.
And this was a team that was 3-9 last season, no conference wins. So what can we realistically expect from the Cowboys this season?
You know, I think the one thing that Oklahoma State fans have to hang their hat on is how good Mike Gundy has been when Oklahoma State is somewhat overlooked or counted out. I know there was no preseason Big 12 poll this year, but most people don't look at Oklahoma State as one of the Big 12 contenders. Again, you have a whole new roster, over 60 players, as Coach Gundy referenced, a whole new coaching staff. I think they're flying under the radar. That seems to be when Coach Gundy has been able to generate the most out of his roster.
And from a team that's under the radar to a team that really gets mentioned every hour of every day, and that's Coach Prime and his squad out there. Did you have any moments with Coach Prime out there as you were kind of talking to him and seeing how the season was going to go?
Yeah, I mean, he was followed by a mob throughout the Star all day long. Every time Coach Prime was in the building, or in my vicinity at least, it was like 100 people around him. Had a couple interactions, but the guy is a cool customer. He is just lapping up all the attention, and he did make a reference in his press conference about Joey McGuire and the amount of money Texas Tech is spending in the transfer portal, and made it a point to say, you guys were getting on to me about doing the same thing a couple years ago. But he held court all day and was certainly the star of day 2 here at Big 12 Media Days.
I'm glad those things are wrapping up because there's not enough aura in that building for both you and him to share. So we're glad to make some space between the two of y'all and let y'all stars shine. Colby, thanks for your coverage there for us.